Welcome to the Word for Life podcast, a daily devotional covering the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation.
In Leviticus chapter 11, the Lord gives a list of clean and unclean animals. Clean animals are animals, fish, bird, and insects that Israel can eat. Unclean animals are animals that Israel should not eat. Israelites will become unclean if they touch their carcasses. They will be unclean temporarily, that is until evening. Israel can become clean again by washing their clothes. We can read in verse 24, "You will make yourselves unclean by these. Whoever touches their carcasses will be unclean till evening. Whoever picks up one of their carcasses must wash their clothes, and they will be unclean till evening." Also, if one of these unclean animals dies and comes into contact with an object, that object will also be unclean, and they must be washed with water. Verse 32 reads, "When one of them dies and falls on something, that article, whatever its use, will be unclean, whether it be made of wood, cloth, hide, or sackcloth. Put it in water, it will be unclean till evening, and then it will be clean." You see, God asked Israelites not to defile themselves because these creatures will defile them. These animals will make them unclean. Friends, these regulations are for Israel. This does not mean these animals are lesser beings or not God's creation, or unclean animals sin's creation. We know from Genesis chapter 1 that God called everything He created as good. But since God is holy, Israel must be holy. Holy means set apart. Israel needs to be set apart for God. This means Israel needs to be distinct from other nations. You see, these animals were freely eaten by other nations. They ate unclean animals and even sacrificed them to their gods. So, when Israel was not allowed to eat such animals, they were different from other people. Israelites, because they were not allowed to eat these animals, were unable to join other people in feasts and social gatherings. So you can see that through these food laws, God set Israel apart from other nations. As verse 45 says, "I am the Lord who brought you out of Egypt to be your God. Therefore be holy, because I am holy." Friends, these food laws do not apply to Christian believers today. Mark 7:15 says Christ has made everything clean. The Lord asked the Apostle Peter to eat even unclean animals because God has made them clean. Yet, believers are called to holiness. They live a separated life. They have clear boundaries between them and ungodly people. Believers use their wisdom and their knowledge of the Word of God to keep themselves pure, holy, and distinct from others. As Leviticus 11:47 says, "You must distinguish between the unclean and the clean." Believers know and practice this distinction.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of the Word for Life podcast.